me
Oh, shoot.
for me. I think it's for me, but
You know what? I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. If you were watching on my channel, I had to press the go live button, which I think is retarded. Why do I need to press go live to go live? That makes no sense, YouTube. Oh, well. Okay. Okay,
that's
guys.
weird.
If you are just joining
Mine just
us,
does it automatically.
if you're just joining us, okay, from my stream, and I'm sorry about this, guys, we were talking about number one. I know the last couple of
You'll
streams
have to
have
sum
been
up.
different, and you've probably been like, "This guy all he does is play Among Us now." No, we are going to be playing different games.
We're branching out
Yes, we're branching out. We're trying stuff that
like a
is new.
tree.
Yeah, yeah. We're trying something new because of the simple fact is we are doing this whole thing. It's called Guessmas, which sounds a play on words, which it is a play on words, and it sounds stupid, but whatever, who cares?
It
But
sounds like a corporate kind of mantra,
yeah,
but
why not? Why not?
we're working with it.
We're working with it.
We're working with
So,
it.
so Guessmas is
Roll with it.
consistent of us and our friends, and we're playing a whole bunch of other stuff. And again, if you guys watch my stream on Among Us, I screwed up. Go to his stream. You'll be able to see the whole video, and then you can laugh at me, be going, "Ha ha, he doesn't know how to do technology."
You
So what
forgot
we
to
were,
hit the record button.
so just to let you guys know, hold on, I don't know why my thing keeps doing that. Just to let you guys know that we are also going to be taking recommendations for different kind of video games that you want to see in the future. So, if
Exactly.
you have any recommendations, you can tweet me at Hedgehog Goalie, or you can tweet him at Protomodem, and we will be gladly able to do whatever you want to do. We were thinking of maybe doing Fall Guys. We were thinking about doing Halo. Let us know what you want us
We're
to
pulling
do,
out an old school fighting game
or an old school
because we
fighting
both
game.
suck at that, and you can
Yeah,
you can watch us both suck, and
yeah. You can just watch
it
us
might be entertaining
terrible.
just for that.
Yeah, it's like pulling out a football game. I suck at football games, but
Yeah.
I suck at them so hard. And yeah, no. So let us know what you guys want to see. We will be doing this all month, so you'll be at least tuning into 3 streams a week for Christmas until Christmas, and then we're also going to hopefully have a New Year's special. Now, the New Year's special will be determined whenever we determine it, okay? And you will know when we determine it. Got that?
I think it'll be one hell of a celebration, though, because this
Does
year,
it?
man.
But will
This
2020
year.
look exactly the same as 2021? Who knows? It depends.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it'll be a little different. I'm trying to be optimistic.
I'm going to say a big fat no.
I'll be hesitantly optimistic, cautiously optimistic. I'll say that.
I think it's going to be rolling off a bridge, and you will not see it until 2022. Maybe. Possibly. Who knows? Okay, but let's not go on that topic, because we could be here all
That's-
day about how
That's
sad,
that's a whole
terrible
episode right there.
life is, and greatness and stuff like that. We have James Ferret say hello. We have Grove Fox.
Hello.
Hello, Dashing. Welcome to the club since I've never touched Among Us. Oh, okay. So,
That's right. Yeah, I have a PS1. I restored it myself.
I do not have a PS1.
Pulled
so
it out of a junk bin.
So, if you guys can help us on that,
That's pretty sweet too.
Tweet us games that you want to see us do, and we shall do them. Okay. Now,
Yep. Throw some names at us.
throw some names. We were talking about Tony Hawk. They're coming out with Tony Hawk remaster, which I would like.
We were talking about Tekken
Tekken
and Virtua Fighter
Yes. Okay, so
and Mortal Kombat.
on that note, we are here today, and Pro, I think I owe you a reward.
Yes,
Yes,
that is affirmative.
He
Because
got
I barely passed your test that you
By-
threw at my head.
And I can
La-
technically
last
take
episode, or a couple episodes ago.
I can technically take one of those answers away because the Pittsburgh Steelers never played the Ravens on Thanksgiving Day. But you know what? I'm feeling really generous, and I'm going to let that stand because, unfortunately, you're oofed your way into that one. I have to say, you oofed it. Okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at oofing.
So,
It's a talent I have.
you're probably wondering what your reward is. Now, I'm going to tell
A
that.
little, yeah. I'm curious.
I'm going to tell that reward in not
Mhm.
now, but I'm going to tell it to you a little bit later because I want the suspense to build
Okay.
up. So you get this reward, and it is the greatest thing ever. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And this
Okay. I mean,
this reward is going to be something. It's not going to be nothing. That's all I gotta say.
okay.
Suspenseful. now you guys
Okay.
have to watch it till the end of the show. So here's what I have to say. Okay. Hello, Ave. Now, today's show, since we are mostly asking, we are going to take questions all show so you can ask us a little bit about ourselves. We haven't really had a show that where we had like a show that where we like briefed over what we did. But if you want to go into real depth, you can ask us anything in the show. Today is a Ask Anything as we talk about
Within
different
reason.
things. What? No, we got to
Within
keep it like
reason.
safe for work. And no like, what's your sexual preference? Because I'm not going to answer that because I'm not going to do that because I do not want to be that type of channel. So, but let's keep it rated E for everyone. Can we do that? Maybe PG might be the most. So, now,
YouTube is a strict mistress.
yes. So, bro, so as we're talking about video games that's going on right now, and we did talk about a little bit about the Xbox One versus the PlayStation 5, and we didn't even touch on the Nintendo Switch, which I think I had...
It's kind of in its own class.
Yeah, I had one private message saying, why didn't you include the Nintendo Switch? And I was like, well, because I don't think the Nintendo Switch is like on the same level as those two. But
It's not really a competitor, per se, because it's in a different market. It has a different market share, I think.
yes. But today we are giving the exclusive on Nintendo Switch Power.
Okay.
Somebody switch on the light. You get... no, sorry. Terrible jokes. Okay. So...
Lights are still on. What?
Shut up! Shut up, it was a joke!
someone's-
I tried. Okay, now, for that one person out there who was asking about this thing, what in your Nintendo Switch? Okay, I get it. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say about the Nintendo Switch. Okay. Has a couple good games. We can all agree that being
It's
able...
got Animal Crossing.
Yeah, got Animal Crossing. Yep. And we can all agree it's
That's a
cool
good
that
game.
it's like backroots compatible to the extreme because you can play GameCube games, you can play
Yep.
Wii
You can play all the old
games,
Super NES
Wii
games.
U games, all these different other games. So let's get that out of the mix here. Okay.
It also has Smash Brothers, which, you
Yes.
gotta love Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers is
That's good.
cool. Oh, hey, Tony. Wait, I
Tony.
have one person.
It's a
Uh,
Tony.
Whose phone keeps ringing off? LOL. Oh, that's me. I'm sorry, guys. I think my
Telephone.
I think my headset is getting broken because every 2 seconds it keeps saying, "Did you plug in a headset? Did you plug in a headset?" I don't know if you plugged in a headset. So don't
Hey,
worry,
it's
guys.
really important to plug in your headset, I think.
I'm gonna get a new microphone and things are gonna be working out. Don't worry. It's not the phone. You know, I'm not a popular person. Let's get over that. Okay. But
I don't
for that,
think either of us is very popular.
no, I think I get like an average of like maybe 4 people watching. Like right now, I have 4 people watching. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, but here's what I'm gonna say.
Yay!
Here's what I'm gonna say. The Nintendo Switch does have the benefits of also being a portable console. Okay, something that, in my opinion, does not compete well with the Xbox One and the the PlayStation 5. I'm going crazy. Okay? So, this is why we didn't really talk about the Nintendo Switch. So, before you get all on my business about how we didn't talk about it, we're talking about it now. Okay. We also have a couple different advantages that the Nintendo Switch brings. Is that you can detach the controllers and you can basically play with your friends with a 2-player game. Disadvantage, I can't use those damn controllers. I cannot.
Yeah.
Every time
I have an issue using them.
every time I try to use them, I hit the wrong button and they're too damn small. My hands are big, man. Okay? Look at these paws. Just look at them. I can't put that on there. But no. But seriously, every time I use the Nintendo Switch, it always does that to me, and I don't like it, okay? And not trying to be biased here, but do not like the Nintendo Switch that much. I tried it.
They do have the option though for some other controllers for it, like the Pro
Yeah,
controller and all that stuff.
They have the GameCube controller, and they have like a bunch of different other stuff that.
Yeah,
you
the
can do,
GameCube controller is pretty cool
but still don't like it.
because I had that one for my Switch.
Yeah. Wait, do you still
I
have
ended
a
up
Switch?
selling my Nintendo Switch.
Oh my gosh.
I sold mine.
Why?
Because someone actually wanted to buy it off me,
Well, then why didn't you just be like?
and I
no,
didn't really use it that much. I didn't really use it very much, to be honest. Like,
You could have got Animal Crossing. You could have been every furry's dream. Oh no.
well, I had Animal Crossing.
Did you play it a lot?
Not really, no.
You know what?
But that's just me. I mean, it's because I didn't have I use PC mostly, and between work and all that stuff, I didn't really have time to pick up the Switch, and
Whatever you
my
say.
schedule was busy.
You soiled it. But no. So the Nintendo Switch does have its benefits and everything like that.
It is a
But-
good console.
But it's just not, in my opinion, it doesn't compete well with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox. I think it's a whole other gaming thing. So that's
What would
kind of
be
why
cool
we
is
didn't do it.
if they brought back the GameCube. If they had brought back the
Yes.
GameCube and had like GameCube 2,
Okay, we get it. You love GameCube.
that'd be so cool. I'd buy it
That's
just
that
for the sake of buying it.
headset thing's doing it again, guys. So I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's just
Ring
broken.
ring.
No, it goes
Ring, ring.
"Bling," and it's really annoying. And I'm sorry, guys, that it's happening.
The notification sound.
Yeah, it's like the notification sound from hell. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get off that. I just wanted to make that clear. We weren't trying to.
We had to touch on that.
we were not trying to disenfranchise the Switch. Sorry, and just wanted to get that out of the air. It's got a couple things with it, but it's just not as technically sound as the Xbox and the PlayStation 5, which are just basically computers at this point. Can we agree that they're both computers? Well, they'll just say they're computers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they pretty much are computers by this point.
Yeah, exactly. So, go to your local Amazon and just build yourself a damn computer. Okay. Except for if you want to play like some different games that you can't play on PC. Now, okay, Pro. Let's talk. It's time for your reward. Okay. Here's what
Okay.
we're going to do. Okay. Your reward, okay, is we are going to be having another quiz. Okay?
Okay.
and you get to embarrass me next with a car quiz. So your reward is
Okay.
to embarrass me on a car quiz. Next show,
Okay.
you get to embarrass the crap out of me because I'm not very good at cars. I'm not as good as you.
Okay. Do you want it multiple choice, or do you want me to just ask you
No, no, no,
open-ended questions?
because it's open-ended questions because I gave you open-ended questions. I didn't give you multiple choice except for the last one, which was true and false. But
Okay.
if I win that, okay, we're going to continue going until somebody loses here. So,
Okay.
but if I lose, you have to have a punishment for me, and basically,
Do I have to dress up in a maid's outfit?
what are you talking? Ew, no. What are you doing? Also, your reward for today is I'm going to give you compliments about Thanksgiving right now on live air. Okay.
Yay.
Okay, Pro. Let me start out. You look great today.
Okay.
Okay, this is.
Thank you. I have been working on my complexion.
Oh, wow. Never say that word again. Okay, but. So, your turkey is great. You really watch Macy's Day Parade
Yes.
well. Okay.
And it was a little different this year, but
You don't
I'll take what I can get.
You don't look fat after eating. I mean, that's a compliment
Okay.
within itself.
Yes.
Um, and you give great thanks, I guess. I don't know. This is on the fly, and I don't know what else to say about Thanksgiving that you're great at. But great job for you, Pro. You get compliments.
Well, thank you.
And I had a marching band waiting outside, but they got corona, so. Well, that sucks for us. Okay, but it's okay. We're all happy here. Okay, so let's see. I thought the reward was.
After that weird little intro.
Hound mascot. A bit
Hey, hello, little Carmen.
smiles. It
How's it
could
going?
give-
Welcome to the stream,
Okay,
where
but
we
first
talk
of
about
all,
random stuff.
First of all, Tony, okay, the Minnesota Wild, Nordy, okay, my mascot, that is one cool mascot. It is not creepy. As
It
you
is pretty
say,
cool,
Tony.
I gotta say.
Do you even know what Nordy is? Do you know what Nordy is?
No.
Yeah, exactly my point. You don't know what you're talking about. You're like that guy at the party who's like,
I'm
"Yeah, I
I'm the
get it.
non-sports guy.
I get it." And then they're like, "Oh, you do? Oh, you should say something about it."
Cricket,
That's
Cricket.
it. That's all they do.
cricket.
Because they go, "Oh shoot, I'm
And you're
put
like,
on
I
the
think I left
spotlight."
something in my car.
Or they give you
I
a
left
bullshit
something in my
answer
car.
of,
I'll be right
you
back.
know, I would talk about it, but I don't think talking about it right now is the right solution for everyone.
I don't want
they
to
go.
bore you, you'd have to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
up and then,
I got
we'd have
the
to stand and talk and
facts
you
the-
look tired and,
So,
by the way, I was just getting out of town, I just
Okay.
left something at my
but
aunt's house.
let me tell you a little bit about Nordy, and I know the audience is like thriving to understand what Norby is. Norby is a wild beast of I don't know origins. It's like the only so a long time ago when I was living in Harrisburg, somebody asked me to describe Nordy. And I said, I have no clue how to describe Nordy because, oh my god, this plug-in microphone is pissing me off. Can you stop? Thank you. Okay, so. No, it didn't stop. It keeps going. Keep
It
going.
insists on being difficult.
It keeps saying, did you plug in the device? And I'm like, yes, I know I plugged in my device. It's been plugged in. Whatever. So, Nordy is this, okay? Nordy is basically the call of the wild. And that's what the definition of its thing is. And I don't understand. Does that make sense to you, the call of the wild? And this damn plug-in thing is starting to piss me off. I'm about to unplug it and just use my damn speakers because this is getting ridiculous. I don't want people to hear that all the time. Okay.
So is this something that traces back to like Norse mythology?
I don't know, but the microphone is still the boo boo is still happening, and I'm starting to get pissed. Keep continuing. What is your guess of it as I try to fix this? Fudger.
I mean,
Fudge.
my guess is it's something to do with
Fudge.
like Norse mythology or possibly Native American.
Okay.
I don't know. Those would be my two guesses.
You are wrong, sir. And this microphone
I am
is
wrong.
wrong.
Big surprise.
The headset
Protomodem,
is
the
wrong.
sports authoritarian, is wrong.
So the definition of basically
I'm being
Nordy,
sarcastic.
the definition of Nordy is basically a wild. He represents the wild, so he's like a mixture of like all these different animals. And I guess you could kind of see like a little
Okay.
bear, and then you could see like a little this. Like it's so stupid on how like they market this character. If it was up to me, I'd have been like,
Oh, so is it something they created for like their marketing?
basically, that's exactly.
Okay, so it's not an actual mythological figure. It's
No,
just
it is
made
not.
up.
It's just made up, as per usual.
Okay.
Companies like to do. So,
It kind of sounds like one of the sons of Loki.
well, unfortunately, that would be too cool. Okay, don't you dare be coming into my office with all these cool ideas. Okay, That's
I
too
will
cool.
just go away.
Yes. Okay. So,
I'll go back
Um,
to the basement.
no, don't go back to the basement. You go to the attic where you belong. Okay, but no, because you're on top.
But it's hot
mister.
up there.
No. Okay. So, uh, what a terrible joke. So, yeah, no, that's what Nordy is. It is a terrible. I wouldn't say it's a terrible mascot. I just don't think it's a practical mascot. They could have chosen a whole bunch of other cool things. Like at one point, Minnesota actually wanted to make a wolf as their mascot, and I would actually enjoy that.
Hmm.
And it was.
I would have said yes. Do it.
So I kind of like the idea of a wolf as a mascot. The Coyotes have a cool mascot. Everybody
Yeah,
else has a cool
I
mascot.
like the Coyotes.
Yeah. You like the Florida Panthers, I thought you said.
I do. I do like the Florida Panthers too.
What about their new mascot? Isn't that... What do you think of their new mascot? If
I like
you
the
are-
old one. I like the one from the 90s.
Of course, everybody loves them.
That was the one I like. That's the one I
But
like.
you
the
don't
best.
like the rat?
Not really.
Why? Okay, wait. First of all,
It's not as cool.
do you know the history behind the rat? I don't want to go on with a sports... I don't want this to be
No.
a sports episode. But, okay, so let's go with a little history. I know everybody's like going, oh my gosh. It's,
This is so boring.
yeah. Okay. So the rat was because there was a player back in the 90s. They went on the streak, and he actually killed a rat in the locker room. And after that,
Oh yeah.
they kept winning playoff series. Playoff series they had no business winning. They just kept winning. So every time that they would score a goal, all these people would bring rats and they would throw them onto the ice. Look it up.
Like real rats or fake
they,
rats?
They were fake rats, obviously, because that'd be very inhumane. Hey, I got a rat! Woo! And then you see like blood.
Hey,
splat
catch
out.
this rat!
Yeah, that'd be disgusting. But they were like all plastic rats.
Or just the
And
rats
then-
land on someone's latch onto your face and start biting your face.
Ah! No, I don't think so. But no, so what happened was whenever this guy killed the rat, it made a huge thing, and it was they actually went to the Stanley Cup. Now, here's a question for you. Did they win the Stanley Cup or did they not win the Stanley Cup?
I bet they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't. They got their butt handed to them by a better Colorado Avalanche team. But that was the story. They actually beat the
They
Penguins.
still made it though.
They did. But nobody ever remembers the second place loser. You don't remember the second place loser. You don't.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's
like they say, history is written by the victors.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that, but it's just a second place loser. It's like it's kind of like going, "Oh, do you remember when Michael Phelps won all those gold medals?" And it'd be like, "Yeah, I remember that. Who came in second? Some guy from South Korea."
Well, he was wearing swimming trunks. I know that.
Oh wow, you know your stuff. But no, like it's crazy to really like think about that. So it's crazy to think about that, and I feel like that's kind of where like like the second place is like not even like existent. Why do you even crown the second place? Like except for like I get the Olympics. I think it'd be really cool to like talk to somebody and be like, "Hey, did you know I came in second place in the Olympics?" "Oh, you did? Which Olympics?" And then you gotta go, "Oh." But, so, great conversational starter. But, just second place is like the first loser, basically. I'm sorry. I'm not into that. I'm not into those participation trophies. I want to win or I want to lose.
Everybody gets a trophy.
No, screw
And
yourself.
you get a trophy. And you get a trophy.
No.
Here, have a trophy.
I don't like that. Self-confidence is one thing, but I feel like you mature more if you get told to like you're a loser and then you go, "Huh, well, how can I improve myself to make myself not a loser next time?" Instead of going,
And you come back
"Yeah."
swinging.
Yeah. Exactly. But that's a whole different other topic that we should probably not unravel. So, do you have any questions, bro? Since you're not a sports guy.
No, not really.
Okay. A guy who says he loves the Florida Panthers, but doesn't know, that owns a Philadelphia jersey and stuff like that. He's confused, everybody.
Yep.
So, let's see.
I'm a slave to the marketing.
G Nash, the best. Yeah, G Nash is pretty good, especially with all the memes and stuff like that. Only Charlie Brown remembered. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, guys. Again, this is like a Q&A. You can ask us anything. Just blurt out a question. As long as it's safe for work,
Throw some
we
questions.
are okay with
Throw
it.
some questions our way.
So, here's what we're also going to talk about. Snow. It's coming.
No, it's already come. It's already come in Pennsylvania.
Did you know that it snows in the Northeast sometimes? So,
Yeah, just a little bit,
yeah. So, snow
I've
is...
yet to get my, I already got my first snowfall, but...
I have yet to get it. I just keep getting flurries. It's kind of like, oh, it's going to snow really bad, and then you get out there. Okay, so, since we're going to be talking about snow and winter's coming up, we only have like 20 more days or like 18 more days until winter. Okay, so I was thinking about it. How many times have you ever been called out of school because of a snow day?
Never.
You've never had a snow day?
Not once.
What? Well, that seems highly illogical.
Because I was homeschooled.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you were the loser that was homeschooled. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, pro, you're not a loser. Don't call yourself a loser. Oh. So, okay. So, growing up, I was not homeschooled, which I wish I was because I think homeschooling's so much better. But
It was pretty cool.
yeah,
I gotta say.
the public school system sucks. So, uh, we are. I've actually had I've had snow days in a lot of different accounts. The weirdest snow day I ever had was when there was not even a drop of snow on the ground, and I got a snow day. Does that sound weird to you?
Do teachers all call out sick or something?
No. So, okay. So, when I was growing up in the good old Altoona, okay, we actually had one day that where the night prior, the newscasters were like, we're going to have like 10 inches, and we're
Excuse
all
me.
going to be stuck at home for a while. So, what did the schools do? They were cautious, and they were like, oh my gosh, it's going to snow so bad here that we better cancel it tonight. It's going to happen. Don't worry. So,
Gotta be ahead of the curve.
so they canceled school around like 8 o'clock. Okay. And we're you know, I stay up for a ridiculous amount. This is when I was playing NHL and stuff like that. And then I wake up the next morning going, oh my gosh, there's going to be snow. I get to play hockey, and this is going to be fantastic. What happens? No snow. There is literally no snow on the ground. It is like, it's cold. It's like 24 degrees out, but no snow on the ground. Nothing.
Hmm.
So, in retrospect, I have learned that weathermen can lie anytime they want and get away with it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We that is my moral of the story. So, if you're out in California right now, it's going to rain at 4 o'clock tomorrow, and I'm not going to get fired because obviously I can't be fired.
Yeah, being a weatherman is kind of one of the safest jobs, I think.
Like, okay.
I mean,
So, I feel
there's like no margin of error.
So, I
You
feel
can
like...
just say whatever, and whatever happens is like, oh, well, it's just the weather. Yeah,
So, I feel like this.
that's just New England.
I feel like it's safe because you're only guessing on what's going to happen. You have no general idea. Nobody can predict the weather, like nobody can predict what you're going to do tomorrow unless if you've got a scheduled sketch routine, right?
I mean, they got things like radar and stuff like that, and models and things to what
But-
they think the storm's gonna do.
But let's face the facts.
But that's not always the case.
They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They probably look at those screens and go, oh, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And then behind the curtain, you know what you're talking about? No, but don't tell everybody. I know what I'm talking about. You know,
Everything is fine.
everything's great, man. Don't worry about it. So, because I feel like weatherman is the only job. There's a couple jobs that you can get like completely wrong, and then there's some jobs that you can't get completely wrong, or you will be fired. Like a perfect
Mhm.
example of like the opposite of a weatherman would be a surgeon. You know, you can't
Mhm.
really like be like, I think it's this. I'm like 0.5% sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Like, leave your watch inside the guy when you're sewing him up and forget
Yeah.
your watch is still inside the guy.
Exactly. So like that's the opposite. And then you have like
Whoops.
down
It
the
was the
middle.
weather.
So you can't play stupid when you're a surgeon, but you can play stupid when you're a weatherman. Because there's been hundreds and hundreds of times where I've looked at the weather and I'm like, oh man, it's going to rain tomorrow. So I grab my umbrella, I grab all the other stuff, and then never rains a damn drop in my... I don't know. It just ticks me off sometimes. And it's like, I'm not trying to be like a jerk and like tell them, but, oh. Let's see if we have anything. Oh no.
Ken Volofox, he says, I don't know, man. The weatherman Nick Cage played had it pretty rough.
Oh my gosh. What movie is he referring to? I can't remember that.
I don't recall, but
I can't remember. What
just
movie-
seeing Nick Cage's name, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Was he in a weather? Was it? It wasn't called The Weatherman, was it?
I don't know. Maybe. Well, I gotta blow my nose, guys. Hold
I
on.
don't know.
Because my allergies are starting to kill me.
Ah, good old winter allergies.
Well, my allergies always bother me. What am I talking about? Like it does. It doesn't matter what I do. I could take like 500 different.
It's just a
pills and
constant.
Still be good. Still be good going.
Just a constant.
Yeah. So, also, guys,
So yeah,
before we continue on with the weather, but you know what is secure? You hitting that subscribe button, also the like button. Please, guys, let's
Yeah.
get some likes, some
I
subscribers.
thought for sure you were about to jump into some kind of infomercial about NordVPN.
No. I don't have that sponsored yet. What? NordVPN's going to sponsor this show that only gets like about 4 people.
I don't know,
on
just
Twitter
the way you were introducing it, I'm like, is he gonna start talking about NordVPN or something?
Oh well, maybe. I don't know. That is kind of true. I was kind of like that. That was secure. Whatever. But yeah, please like, share this around to your friends. Let's get some more people in here.
Yeah.
I want more people to engage and talk with and have a good time.
Club us
with.
over the head with some questions.
Yeah. Also that, give us some questions. Let's hear some more people out there. We have.
Yeah. I never had a snow day.
Well, see, okay. So here's.
Oh yeah, it is called the Weatherman.
Oh yeah, okay. Somebody did clarify.
Nick Cage in the Weatherman.
You know what I like? You know what my favorite?
I'll have to look that up.
You know
I'll have
what,
to watch that because that sounds interesting.
You know what my favorite one is? Like Weatherman is like Bruce Almighty. You ever watch that?
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yes. That scene. I used that in one of my videos. One of the scenes from that movie.
I know, I saw it. I was like, wow.
For like one of my cutaway gags.
Yes. But,
because it's hilarious, like.
But, so, here's a couple questions that I have for you homeschooling. Was it cool to be homeschooled?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Definitely people always had questions for you, that's for sure.
Okay.
Like, I was always answering questions from people in the public school realm.
So, did you have any, like, friends growing up? Or was it just you?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't just like, we're cloistered away in some commune and, like, up on Mount Everest.
Well, no, I was
No,
always...
we had friends, we had friends and local friends in the neighborhood and, cousins and family and, and I come from a huge family, so I had pretty much as many people as I wanted to hang out with at any given time.
Now, is it true when you're homeschooled, are you taught by your mother or are you taught like by somebody who came in and homeschooled you?
No, it was actually, the way our school worked is you get the curriculum from the school, which was actually in Front Royal, Virginia, and then they'd send you all the school supplies and everything in like the lesson plans, and then pretty much it was mom who taught all of us.
So it was basically your mother teaching you, but it was another place in Virginia that got...
Yeah, it was like an actual certified school and everything.
Oh. So, why... What
Yeah, it was
made,
pretty cool.
What made your mom, like, go, you're being homeschooled, dear. No public school for you.
I don't know, pretty much just... It was mostly about, like, religion and, like, upbringing and having a good, strong upbringing, essentially. And basically just, it ties a lot into that.
Okay. Well, I mean, it always questioned me because when I was growing up, I played hockey. I did a lot of hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And every person I knew who played hockey was homeschooled because they always...
Oh,
like,
really?
All the really good players or all the supposedly good players. Like, there was a guy named Nate. Can't remember what his last name was. But he was homeschooled, and he was, like, supposedly one of the great players, but he kind of sucked. But I wouldn't say anything. But, yeah, it was like he was homeschooled, so he can travel a lot, so they don't have to
Mm-hmm.
worry about having to, do all the other stuff. So it was it was always curious to me because all my friends went to homeschool, and I was like one of the ones who went to public school when I was in travel teams. So
Mm-hmm.
always really made me wonder because I wanted to be homeschooled just like you. I would have loved my mom to teach me how to like do stuff instead of like going to a public school because I always find public schools are the stupidest joke in the world because public schools don't give you
Yeah.
like a sense of like what's going to happen after school. They just go, you should go to
Yeah.
college. And you're like, well, what if I don't want to
Yeah.
go to
You
college?
see, that's one of the another reason why we were homeschooled the way we were is like just to have a better idea of how the world works and everything, and you do get a much more different view on like how the world works and stuff, and you get a unique perspective.
Yeah,
You're definitely a lot more involved in what happens in like the world and like daily life and stuff, especially around the house.
yeah. And see, I don't know. I was always curious about it, and I always kind of liked the idea because, growing up, I know it sounds stupid, but I was bullied and stuff like that. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
It teach me how to be a better person than I am now because I realized that what they did, I forgive them. I don't care anymore. But you know,
I had two older brothers who did all the bullying on my end,
but they weren't really
so
like were
that
they
was exciting.
but were they bullying or were they like more like bullying brothers? Because there's a whole different other story there. Did they ever pants you in the middle of gym class?
uh,
Yeah,
Not really, no,
I
nothing
don't
like that, but
I don't think so, sir. So I got pantsed in the middle of gym class. It's a long story. I don't want to get into it. But all I'm saying is that being homeschooled is a completely different other realm, and being bullied by your brothers. Like whenever I bully my
hmm
sisters, and I don't really bully them, I just tease them and joke around with them. And there's like this self of like yeah, I got my sister, got her good, and I just joke around with them. But it's like a fun tease. But when you're teasing somebody or making fun of somebody when you don't know them, it's kind of like ugh, you know.
hmm
It's not as good as you want it to be. So
hmm
I have bullied people
That's
too.
another reason. Homeschooling is also another reason I enjoy coffee so much.
Wait, what? So
I started drinking coffee at an early age.
actually, funny thing was I hated coffee at a young age. And
I loved it.
I remember the very first time I ever had coffee, and it was probably the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten in my life. I mean, drank in my life. And I drank it because my grandmother was like, "Oh, you looks like you got a cold, so you should get coffee, and you should definitely, you know, coffee helps the throat." And I was like, "Okay." And then I tried it, and I was like, "No, I'm good for the rest of my life." So I do not like
Yep.
coffee. I love hot chocolate though. But can you?
Sometimes I used to get up early, like probably around, I don't know, like 5 in the morning sometimes, and I'd actually have a cup of black coffee, like with just sugar in it, with my dad
Not me, man.
before he went to work, because my dad worked outside. He worked in like construction and stuff, so he always had coffee, like, and a thermos and stuff, and
So are you saying
that's
that?
one of the good memories I still have.
So are you saying that coffee got you over your hump of whatever it was? I don't know. Like,
No, it's just kind of a way of life for me. It's always been there. It's a constant.
so can I
That's
ask
why
you
I like
something?
Dunkin' Donuts so much.
I know you love. Okay, let me tell you something. I'm eventually going to make an avatar of Dunkin' Donuts for this dude because he loves Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, but the one thing
Yeah, just
that
a little bit.
the one thing that Dunkin' Donuts sucks at, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say it to your face. Their hot chocolate is not that good. I've tried their hot chocolate. You know,
Yeah,
I
it's not that great.
so around where I live.
What is good though?
Oh, what?
Have you ever had a Dunkachino?
No, I don't drink coffee.
No. You should try it if you ever. Like, a Dunkachino is kind of a mix between hot chocolate and coffee, so it's kind of the best of both worlds, and those are really good. I don't know if they even still make them, but
I
I'd
do
recommend
not
that.
want to throw up in front of these people. Okay? No, no,
Make them throw up.
no. I I'm going. Shut up. No. Don't you encourage him out there. No, I hate, like, anything that's coffee. But hot chocolate, that's
Yeah.
my jam. Like, okay, so, I
Hot
don't
chocolate
know,
is good.
I don't know, guys, if you know where I live, there's Wawas everywhere. And let me tell you something. I went into a Wawa the other day, and damn, their hot chocolate is the best. And you know what I like to do to my hot chocolate? I like to pretend it's coffee. I like to put a little milk in that hot chocolate, and I put a little bit of sugar in that hot chocolate, and then I stir it up, and it tastes so good. But Dunkin' Donuts, you can't.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's actually really good. Probably not the healthiest option, but it is an option nonetheless. And I love, love.
I think anytime you go to Wawa, it's just like a magical experience.
No, I don't think it's all the time. Like, it all depends on what you. It's kind of like Dunkin' Donuts, right? What is probably one thing that you would say from Dunkin' Donuts just to stay away from?
Stay away from.
Yeah.
Um. Ugh.
Oh. Oh no. He's trying.
That's
to
a
get,
tough one because I love all their stuff, man.
You're from Boston. You're like, you are so, so.
I like
Biased
everything.
towards
I mean,
this.
that's the problem is
So, the only thing I
maybe
really
their hazelnut coffee isn't that great.
hazelnut coffee's not that great.
It's not that great, but
Okay. So Wawa has a problem. Okay, and Wawa always has this problem. They got good hoagies, they got good quesadillas, but their burritos are so-so. Their burritos are not that good. So I refuse. Like, I don't like getting their burritos. Okay. But there's like a cardinal. Why do we always end up on food? First of all, but there's a cardinal
I
sin
don't know.
to like.
That's
going
where we
to-
always end up.
Yeah, I don't know. And the only reason why I'm saying this is this, and maybe we'll be done with food after this, and maybe we can talk about some other thing. There's a cardinal sin. We can go back to the snow topic, but there's a cardinal sin. Okay, it's like going to Burger King. Okay. If you don't buy a burger from Burger King and skip that completely and get one of their tacos, you're committing basically a Burger King sin. You don't go to Burger King and buy a damn taco. You go to Taco Bell. You go anywhere else to buy a
Then you go
damn
to Taco Bell to get a burger.
That would probably be the most disgusting burger ever in existence in the world. Because they would probably like say it's a Mexican burger and then like put like 2 tortilla shells and be like, Mexican
Like,
burger.
oh yes, yes.
And if you come out with that, I'm going to copyright the shit out of that. But all I'm saying is oh my gosh. But all I'm saying is there's some cardinal sins on like going to different places and buying completely something that you have no business buying. Something like a taco from Burger King. Don't do it. Or like a chicken from Burger King. Don't do it. You get a damn Whopper and then you make yourself happy. Yes. So, that's all I have.
You heard
from,
it. It's official.
That's
Get
all
a
I
Whopper.
have on that. Okay. I like the more close.
I could always bring in Steve to reinforce that message.
No, I don't want to bring in Steve. Steve is good. Let's see. I'm just trying
Steve
to.
is our mutual friend from Burger King.
No, he's not. He's your. No. Okay, so
He's my brainchild.
yeah. So here, but let's continue on with snow. Okay.
Yes, back to snow.
No more food. No, we're not talking about snow cones. We're talking about snow. Okay. The one thing
I
that
can still remember
okay, go ahead.
about snow. The one thing I can remember, biggest snowstorm we ever had.
Okay.
I think it was like 1996 or 97 around there. And we actually had the snow piled up to the roof. And you could literally sled off the roof into the yard.
Oh, and you did that?
Yeah.
Huh. I wasn't.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was one hell of a winter.
My favorite snow. Okay, so actually, funny story about me. When I was born on one of the biggest snowstorms ever in recorded history where I grew up. It was like 14,
Oh yeah?
15 inches or something, and it was terrible, and it went from like snowing, and then what it did was it made like a U-turn and came back, and it gave us more snow. And I remember,
Oh yeah?
I don't remember anything, so don't you dare, like, I don't remember anything.
Do you remember what you were wearing?
But I was born on one of the, maybe that's why I like hockey so much, because when I was growing up,
It could be, huh?
when I was born, I was like, I love snow, and then all of a sudden I got snow in the hockey. So, but the times that I remember is growing up. We were not rich. Okay, we were far from rich. Rich was like way up there. So, growing up, we used to live in a trailer park, and well, not a trailer park. We did one time, but we lived in an apartment complex. That's what I meant to say. So
Mm-hmm.
there was this as soon as I walked out of my door, there was this huge hill, and it would always get snow covered and stuff like that. So we'd be able to sled down it. So I remember one time we were doing it and stuff. And one of my friends was like, let's build a jump. So we built a jump. We pushed it down.
I can see where this is going already.
So what we didn't know is we created a second jump down where the street was. Because what it did is the hill would stop, be at the street. And then there would be like a big pile of snow. Because whenever the snow person would come through, he would just have another one. So we were doing this. My very first time I jumped on it. Very fun, exciting, And then the second time, okay. Now, I was one of the kids where my mom and dad were like, hey, you should try out a snowboard. So we had this really cheap ass,
Oh no.
It was a cheap ass snowboard, okay. And what happened was I went down on it. I was going down at about 2 miles an hour, and my one friend's like, let me give you a push. So he pushed me, and I flew off that damn ramp, and I tumbled all the way down the hill. And this is where the second jump comes in. And I didn't realize I was going to hit it, so I went onto the street. And I was probably about that close to being run over by a car. And
Oh jeez.
it was probably the funnest moment I had in my life because I was a kid and I don't give a crap. But I still remember it.
Oh
Because,
gosh.
I just remember my friend going, "Are you okay?" And I just started laughing, and it was a great time. The person yelled at me, but I think I was laughing too much, and he was kind of stunned at the moment. So he was like, I can't really yell at this kid. He's laughing the shit out of this. So he didn't say anything, and it was great, and I loved it. It was probably one of the most funnest times I ever had snowboarding. Well, it was a really cheap snowboard that ended up breaking the next year. But it was probably the most funnest I've had doing something like that. But yeah.
That's funny because that kind of reminds me of how you were when we got off El Toro. or during
Oh,
El Toro.
yeah. Let me tell you something. I'm the
You're
type of
like woo
I,
woo, and I'm like ah.
I'm the type of person that, like, if something bad happens, I just bust out laughing. And the problem is, this becomes a huge problem, okay? Because I've been to funerals, and I've been in all this other stuff, and I'm just like my dad. Like, my dad at funerals just cracks up jokes all the damn time, and everybody gets pissed off at him, like, why is this guy cracking off jokes? And it's like,
Yeah.
like, that's how some people just react to the situation. But whenever pain happens, I don't cry. I usually don't. I usually just laugh about it. Like, I'll give you a perfect example, okay? And a lot of people who watch my stream, this has been a long time, my very first Anthrocon, I think I told you about this. I dislocated my leg and stuff. And
Oh
the
yeah.
whole,
Oof.
the whole time the ambulance was there, I laughed the whole time. And I was cracking jokes. And everybody was like, what the hell is this guy doing? And he just dislocated his leg. He should be in pain. And I just busted out laughing. And I just laughed, and I laughed, and I laughed. And it was great. It was, but...
It was great.
It was
I
great.
dislocated my leg.
It was
It
great.
was great.
It was great because I didn't really feel the pain. I just kind of laughed it off. And I never thought I would do that, but I laughed it off. It was great. That's what I mean. I don't mean like it was great, like as in, oh my gosh, I just dislocated my leg and that was so much fun. Push off. Want to jump once. About 2 seconds. Well, yeah. Well, for me, I was to let you know, Mr. Fox over there that was questioning about it. I wasn't like on. I didn't really like jump off of it like too hard. I was off the air for maybe like 3 seconds, and it was whatever. It was probably the most interesting and fun and scariest. I guess I should be saying it was the most scariest.
The fun
part.
time.
Yeah, getting almost run by over a car feeling. Everybody feeling.
Uh-oh. He's lagging.
I am lagging for some reason. I
I hope he doesn't crash.
Can you still hear me? Oh, my internet must be bugging out. Can you still hear me,
You
bro?
back?
No, I think it's my internet that's just bugging out. It's not you. Oh, I have 4 viewers too, and we're all watching it, and it's like, no.
Are you lagging?
No, I'm not lagging.
You're lagging a little bit.
Oh, great. Good job, YouTube.
He's lagging.
I'm not lagging.
I can't.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're still streaming.
Well, I don't know.
Got excellent connection.
I do not have... Okay, wait, hold on. Why is it doing this, you dumbass? Oh. Hold on.
I think he's having connection issues.
Am I? Can you see me?
I can see you.
Can you hear me?
There's definitely some lag though, and some input lag. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so... I wonder if it's now YouTube's problem here.
You're not lagging like you were before. There was like a 10-15 second delay before.
Okay, now YouTube is telling me I have excellent connection, so I think I'm back to being normal, I guess. But why do you say this, YouTube? You're giving me false readings. I don't know.
YouTube lied.
I
YouTube is a liar.
think it... Okay, I think it's back to normal, guys, after that brief moment of, like, crapping the bed. Okay, so you can hear me great now? We're all good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so, sorry about that, guys. My internet. I fixed one problem.
Oh, there's a question.
I fixed my damn headset problem. What's the question? Go for it. Shoot the question, pro.
Um, so this is from our mutual friend Hex, and he's like, "Why did you choose those colors for your character?" He's asking me. So,
Oh, okay.
funny story about that is, I didn't really choose these
What
colors
the
per
hell,
se.
YouTube? Now YouTube is giving me garbage. Oh, YouTube, stop giving me garbage. I have nobody watching now. But out of all of this, it says that I have excellent connection, and
Hmm, that's a pain.
it should be better now.
Maybe everyone jumped over to my side.
I don't know, pro. I want them to be on my side. I had 4 continuous people watching. Now I feel like a dummy.
Anyway,
Well, whatever. I'm
the
gonna
story
keep
with these
going.
colors is I'm a big fan of synthwave, 1980s kind of music and all that. And one day I got to talking to Dash, and I'm like, "Hey, I like all this stuff, like synthwave, 1980s, things like that." So Dash is like, "Well, I'm gonna make you something." And it just happened to be my birthday coming around. So Dashing ended up making this avatar in these colors, which symbolize 1980s, like vaporwave and like neon and just cool, crazy 1980s colors.
Best of friends. Yes.
Yes.
Best of friends. Me and pro. Okay, so it says it
Yeah,
is
that's where
approved.
this character really came from.
Okay, so guys, sorry about the technical difficulties. You know, YouTube just doesn't like me. It's like this guy sucks, and now they're taking me. They're like, boy, this guy sucks. Okay, so
It's like, hey, that guy stinks.
the guy, get him. Oh no, so okay, now that we're back, we can continue talking about the S word, snow.
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 And if you thought I was going to say the other S word, shame on you, because I try not to say that. Okay? We have, you
Oh,
guys,
here's a question from Genvolo.
oh, Gunvolo Fox?
Yeah. What
Gunvolo,
is the
my
most
stream is working.
bizarre Christmas gift?
But
What is the
it's
most
not,
bizarre Christmas
but
gift
it's
you've received?
not Christmas. But I will tell
It's
you.
coming though. Christmas is coming.
Okay, what's the most bizarre Christmas gift you ever got? Uh,
I can't think of that off the top of my head.
Here's my bizarrest Christmas gift. It was a Christmas mess up. So, when I was growing up, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't the most richest person in the world. So, I end up getting a bunch of gifts from a, church, basically. And somebody gave me a dollhouse. No. Actually, yeah, it was actually like a dollhouse, but it was actually made for my sister. But the most bizarrest Christmas gift that I ever got from him was, and the only reason why I say it's bizarre is because I wasn't expecting it, was like a copy of Undercover. And I was like, who would give me an Xbox game as a Christmas gift? I mean, it must have been a rich person, which was nice of them. Not complaining. But it was kind of like bizarre because I wasn't expecting that kind of Christmas gift.
Yeah,
But I do remember.
that is pretty bizarre.
But I do remember at one point, my uncle was on a streak of always giving me the new NHL games. So one year he packaged it inside a GameCube. I know what you're thinking, best console in the world, but no. So
One of them.
and at the time when I was a stupid kid, so I told him, but I already have a GameCube. So being a stupid little kid, I cried a little bit, and and I was like, I don't want another game. Then I opened up the box, and it was it was NHL 2003, one of the best hockey games ever when it comes to hockey games. And I still remember that because that was probably one of the coolest gifts I've ever gotten. And I end up losing it like 3 weeks later underneath something. But oh well, we it was
Let's-
it was there for like 6 years. I remember like reaching my hand underneath there for some odd reason and pulling it out, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is what happened to the game like freaking 6 years ago." And I was really sad when I lost the damn thing. Like I remember crying. But whatever. I was a stupid dumb kid. Any Christmas gifts that were like stand out for you though?
I mean, not really. Nothing really unusual or
Well, okay,
off-putting.
okay, so let's not
Like I,
let's not go to weird. Let's go like okay, so it's not Christmas guys yet. We're going to be getting to our top 5 Christmas gifts or whatever, okay? This is only because somebody asked us about a Christmas present and I don't understand why, but yeah, that, okay?
it's a
So,
sidetrack.
it's a sidetrack.
One
What would
of
probably
many sidetracks.
What would probably be one of the most like, well, I don't want to say memorable because that could be saved for Christmas. What's like the most interesting thing you've got for Christmas? Like something that you didn't expect to get, but you got it anyway.
Oh man.
You're not good at this. Okay, let me try. Let me try to like.
My recall is just no good. I'm trying. That's a lot of Christmases, dude. I'm old.
You're not that. You're only freaking 33. Don't get. I hate when people say they're old when they're like 33 or 30. I'm so old. I'm like an ancient. When God said flick the switch,
I'm like ancient
I was
history.
already there. Like, no. You're not that old. But no. Okay, so how can I say this? Okay. Last year, what was one Christmas gift that you wanted that you couldn't receive, that you didn't receive? We'll go into last year territory.
Last year, oh, we did small Christmas last year, so I mean, we do like we do it a little differently, like where we do like a Yankee swap.
Oh man, your family does that crap? Oh, come on, keep going on.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like, okay, so I'm the type of person that believes everybody should get a gift for somebody and like just be like, screw it, pro, if you want to get me a gift and then
It's like we're doing it.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Like there shouldn't be a Yankee swap because I realize in Christmas that everybody wants something different, right? Which is a pain in the ass, right? But like let's say if, we were doing Christmas together and we were like, "Oh, yo, Christmas." I'm at least going to give you something that you can use. That's my whole entire strategy, right?
Mhm.
And unfortunately, that's not how everybody thinks. So that's why I think that like I have to give for everybody, because if I don't give for everybody, there's gonna be that one person. If I just give it to them, they're gonna be like, "Well, I needed that," or "Where's my gift?" I don't like that. I just want to give everybody a gift, so I don't have to hear complaints later in the future, going, Dashing always
Hey,
gives the
Dash,
best
remember that
gifts.
time you forgot about me on Christmas
Yeah, exactly. No. Not
back in 1906?
like this year. This year I'm getting you something. I'm getting Mr. Salad something. And I'm getting, I'm getting all my friends something because I find that you guys are like, you guys have been important to my life, so why not give you something?
Mm-hmm.
Understandable, But, I'm not going to go all out on somebody that I barely know,
Yeah.
actually.
I got a pretty good idea of what I want to get you.
Oh, that's adorable. Thank you. But no, but no, seriously, like, I find that, like, if I give gifts, I have to at least give to everybody that, like, especially, like, people that I've been really close to, you know. When I was with my stupid asshole cousin, I gave him a gift on his birthday,
Yep.
and I I always give gifts because I always find myself that money is just an object, and I'm
Hmm.
not saying it's like I'm a millionaire. Don't quote me on this, but I mean money is more of a materialistic thing that you only need enough to survive, and that's my personal opinion. If you have more than that, that's good for you. Like at one point, I had more than that, and it was good for me. But I like giving gifts because I think it more shows that, you know, you actually care about somebody and you're actually thinking about somebody.
Yeah.
I hate when people just go, here's cash, shut the hell up and go get something.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I
Yeah. Buy
find,
yourself something nice.
yeah, I hate that. If you give me a gift, you gotta be thankful for, like, you gotta, like, even a gift card, in my opinion, is fine because a gift card is something you can use and something that,
Hmm.
it comes from something that you think, well, he might enjoy this. But money, it's just, here's money, whatever, I'm giving it to you, that's it.
My deed is done.
Yeah, and I don't like money as a gift overall. Money is probably the worst thing that you can possibly spend on, like, give somebody for Christmas.
There's not really any heart in it. It's just kind of like,
Yeah,
you know.
but not to get sidetracked. Let's not. Let us not.
Sidetrack.
Let's not get into more Christmas stuff because we've already got a Christmas week planned. That where it's going to be Christmas.
Oh yeah,
Christmas,
we're
and more
working.
Christmas.
It's in the works.
It's in the works, but we're trying not to get into too much Christmas. It's close enough, but it's far enough that we don't want to get too far into it. But on that note, but yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Christmas. Anything you want to talk about, bro? We've got tons and tons of things we can talk about, like people, furries.
Cars.
Can I eject here? Okay, why are every furry on YouTube now is becoming a VR chat person, and I understand why. Okay, you wanted to copy us. Kudos on you. Got me. No, I'm kidding. But no, like, so every YouTuber out there now is starting to get onto VR chat, which is a good thing. I mean, yeah, whatever.
Hmm.
Don't like their Plus plan, but we'll get into that in a whole nother show. We've got a whole show about something like that.
Yep, that's a link. That'll be a pretty lengthy show. I think we
Yeah.
could go in a deep dive on that.
We're going to go on a deep dive on why VR chat is free and why it should just stay free, or if you want to donate, give $1. But we'll go on a whole thing on that, but not now. But
Hmm.
the only thing I'm saying is there's a lot of furry YouTubers that are now adopting this whole entire, oh, well, gotta go on VR chat. And
Hmm.
do I like it? No, I do not.
I think it's kind of a mixed bag.
I think it's a mixed bag because I think that what they're doing, and I've noticed this from some people, and maybe I could be completely wrong. I feel like they're getting free gifts from people because they're YouTubers, and I do not like that.
Mm.
I do not like that at all. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely out in left field, and somebody's punching me in the gut right now. But I feel like
No, I think you're pretty accurate in your suspicions
because how could a YouTuber
because
get
I'm
on?
seeing
Oh, go on.
Because I'm seeing some things. I'm seeing some things like I'm seeing like a lot of new people. You know, a lot of
Yeah,
green users.
yeah.
Are, and I'm seeing them showing up with models. You know, that are upwards of $400. You know, and they must be like cranking these out on an assembly line somewhere because all these people are getting like these $400 models. You know that it's like. So does everybody just have this kind of money to just like whip out and on these avatars or?
Or, or is it because they're getting it for free because they're coming over from YouTube? You know,
Yeah.
I feel like popularity is a curse, but it's also a good thing. And the problem I have with this is I find YouTubers use a lot of different ways to get what they want, and then basically going, I will advertise you if you do it, and then they never advertise. Now,
Yeah.
could be wrong.
I'll give you exposure. You want exposure?
That's what I mean. It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of like some of these people who are like really popular on YouTube, and I feel like they get too much free art, you know. And I get it.
Mhm.
You have a fan base. I get it. Everybody should have a fan base. I'm proud that you have a fan base and they want to draw you. But in my opinion, if somebody comes up to me and like let's say says, "I want to draw you." I think there should be like some obligation there. This is only my opinion to be like, "I'll you can draw me and but if you charge money for it, I feel like I have to pay something for it. I can't just get this stuff for free." You know?
Mhm.
And free is always nice. It's always nice to hear the word free. But I feel like if somebody's putting hard work and dedication into something, they should be getting some sort of compensation. You know? Even if it's like $10, give you something to be like, I appreciate that you're a fan, but I also appreciate that you are doing what you're doing, so I have to reward you in some way. And that's
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just like if I ever do.
Sometimes though they have such a huge fan base where like if you ended up doing that with all your fans, I mean you got like you know a couple 100,000 subscribers. It's
But no, I
gonna
mean,
take a while to catch up to that.
well, yeah, yeah. I mean, but there should be some sort of reward for it. You know, like instead of just saying, "Well, I'll give you exposure," it's like exposure can only give you so
Mhm.
far. I feel like there needs to be like some sort of like reward program for people
How about
who.
donate something to charity or something, or like you
There
could
you
make it
go.
like a something to do with charity, you know?
Like
That's what I'd do.
there you go. That would be a good idea. Something to give back, or something like, because
Yeah.
again, I I hate the like I would love somebody to draw me, and I would love that because, you know, I love getting drawn, you know, whatever. But I feel like I have to give something in return for that, like um, and not just free exposure. Like you got to at least give something here. And granted, when I was first starting in YouTube and I was trying to do the dashing talks, I was trying to get exposure and I was trying my best to be like, "You want to draw free art for me?" And yes, I realized the error of my ways, what I did wrong, and people can change, and I believe that. I'm a strong believer, and I did change. But I don't.
Mhm.
But I don't think that should be like the ultimate goal. Is just to be like, "Hey, come on the VR chat. Now you can be able to do this." Um,
Mhm.
and now you're going. I'm going to give you a free avatar, and because I love you so much, it's like I don't think that and again, I'm not popular. Maybe this is just me. Maybe it's just me. But I just feel like that's just taking advantage of somebody because they like you so much, you know.
Yeah.
But again, it could be just
Well,
me.
it's not exactly an even trade. It's not exactly even, you know, they're
No.
giving you something that's like, you know, it's a pretty high-end piece of work for like literally nothing.
And, now granted, you could do it once in a while, but I think like anything like above a rate, or if somebody charges for artwork and then's like, here's free artwork for like, that's, I usually like do for like $200. I feel like,
Hmm.
I feel like I have to give them something. I can't just, be like,
Well,
oh,
yeah,
here's
if it's in that price range.
but, but you, but I don't know how it works. Again, this is just speculating. And that's what I'm kind of seeing like now on YouTube. Like you have you got that guy who is like playing Among Us. I can't remember. He's from Pittsburgh, and everybody who comes from Pittsburgh, I almost pulled an Altoona. Anybody who comes from Pittsburgh is usually an asshole. Sorry to say it. My thoughts are you probably like, especially if you come like from somewheres out there, you know. And I don't keep up with people who are poppy-furs because I don't like them. I personally think that everybody is an equal playing field, right? And yes, you got people who are good at something and you're better at them something too, right? So, that's my opinion. And I don't go
Hmm.
crazy on it. So, I don't know what are your thoughts on that?
No, I think you said it pretty good. I
Yeah,
mean, with all that.
because I
I
feel
mean, I'm
like
not crazy about the whole popular crowd. I mean,
no, I'm not either.
I find it changes the environment. It changes the whole like feeling in the environment of like we've been on VR chat way before, all the popular people showed up, and we were doing things way before other people were doing things on here, and I found it had a different spirit to it.
Okay, but first of all, let's not be hipsters. We weren't the very first ones to do this.
No.
But the only thing I'm saying is I feel like it's good. It's good out there if you like a YouTuber or for a YouTuber. I'm glad that you do, and but don't like everybody is everybody has a unique skill, right? One person might
Yeah.
be good at making you laugh. Granted, there might be me, out there who go, "Oh, I like this guy," ha ha ha, which is great. Thank you, I appreciate that. But you shouldn't. But you shouldn't be going to the point of insanity over it. You know, and I feel like that's where people kind of go to like a point where they
Yeah.
kind of like go, "I love this guy so much, I'll do whatever it
Rabid
takes to
fans.
meet him." And you know what that guy's going to do? He's not going to give a crap about you. Because 90% of the people that they probably talk to once, and then they shut you up forever, or they never talk to you again. Because they're either too popular or something like that. Now,
Hmm.
granted, that's where like a difference between a fan and a friend comes in. But I don't think people see that line sometimes. I think people mostly see like,
Yeah.
well, he talked to me once and now he's my friend. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. And I just, I,
Yeah. Some people they don't know about boundaries too.
yeah,
Like you gotta know when to say, okay, maybe I'm suffocating him. Maybe I should, give him some room to breathe.
yeah. I mean, I'm not like that's that's kind of how I feel, and that's just how I kind of like go on about it. So sorry to get
Yeah.
off of like the beating trail, but I feel like it's just important to
The
like talk about it.
Oregon Trail.
What is your favorite furry convention moment? Oh, well, unfortunately, I think this only
There you
goes to
go.
me here. Um,
Yeah. I haven't been to an actual con yet. I have been to a couple meets though,
okay, but
and those were incredible.
um,
A lot of
what's
fun.
so my favorite ever convention moment, and would probably be That's a tough one. It's like I got multiple. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna wimp out here, guys. I'm gonna wimp out, and I'm just gonna tell you about two of them. Okay, three of them maybe. My very
Maybe 4, 5,
who
10.
knows? One of my very first, like my very first convention, the very first time I ever hugged a fursuiter has to be like on top of my list. That was probably one of the happiest days of my life when I hugged a like the very first ever fursuiter. I thought it was great. I thought it was exciting, and I loved every second of it. I know, sounds stupid, but whatever. My second favorite moment would probably be, so I was doing this one, Whose Line Is It Anyways? I don't know. You ever heard of the show Whose Line Is It Anyways? Well,
Yeah,
they have this one show that like everybody gets drunk, and basically they'll laugh at anything. But I think I actually have a video of it because somebody actually recorded it, which I'm so glad they did. But okay, so we were one of it was they asked for 2 volunteers, and me being the guy who was like, I love being on stage, which I still love being on stage. Call me Hollywood. No, I'm kidding. Broadway. But whatever. Don't do that. But the one thing that we did was we did like this whole entire sushi, like about how he owned like a Chinese restaurant, and I was like a fox and whatever. It was a whole thing. So we did that, and I think it was the most funnest moments because I never performed in a fursuit before, and it was probably one of the best moments that I had in a very long time, because performing in a fursuit is completely different than performing in real life, like actually when people can see your face, because nobody can see you, and it's just so much fun, and you can do whatever you want. It's just such a great experience, and I will say I had a blast doing it, and that was probably one of my like first ever moments that I'm like, damn, do I love fursuiting. And I remember also I didn't eat all day, which was a terrible idea. If you are a fursuiter and you don't eat all day, you're gonna pass out and probably have problems. And luckily for me, I didn't.
You gotta hydrate.
Out. No, I didn't. I just remember. I remember like seeing Whose Line Is It Anyways, and I told my friends, I'm like, I can't eat right now. I gotta go down there. And then I remember like eating different pizzas. It wasn't that good. Whatever. But it was still. It doesn't matter. I had a lot of fun, and I'm going to remember that all my life. So it's probably one of the funnest moments I had, and still look at me.
Maybe someday we can do a skit.
Yeah, we could do a skit on how to
We could totally
get more people to watch.
Totally do a skit.
Oh, speaking of that, guys, if you're liking what you're seeking, please press that like button down below. Press that like button. Also, too, if you like what you see, share it with your friends. And hit that subscribe button. The subscribe button, it is red. It is a box, and you can press it. It is amazing. And if you want to be notified about everything, and you love our show, you can
subscribe.
You can also press the bell notification, so you can be really notified about our stuff. Yeah, the dinger sting. The dinger sting.
Ding, 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 ding.
But I will say, guys, I think it's time for us to go. It's heading into that 1.5 hour mark.
It's getting, yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah. So,
good show though.
Yeah, I love this show. I think this show is more fun than what I.
It's good energy.
Yeah, great energy. It's like punching a bull in the dick. Probably not a good idea. Sounds like a fun idea, but it's not a good idea. But any final
don't
thoughts?
Do that.
Yeah, don't do that. We do not encourage any kind of that. Okay? I was.
If we have any viewers in Spain.
Don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
It's not worth it. It's not. It's not. So
Yeah, do I have any last minute questions, comments, anything? Anybody at all? Anyone else in the audience? Questions, comments?
we
Throw
are just about
questions.
to end this. Well, no, I mean, what would you say you have learned from the show? What one thing that you want to say
From this one episode or just the whole show in general?
from this one episode? What would you say you've learned?
Um, be very careful when you're sledding.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
Exercise caution,
that's
safety.
yeah. Make
Don't
sure
do
to
two jumps.
call your local
Don't do it on an
union
active
rep.
street.
Yeah,
You know.
it was like my greatest downfall.
We should seriously do a skit though. Like that'd be pretty
We
damn fun. I gotta say.
we should probably continue working on that Burger King one if we ever do.
Yeah.
Be a very
Well, we can film that now in like 5 seconds.
how
I mean, I'm pretty darn good at the camera work now, so
which is great. Sure, I wasn't bad with it. We just didn't have momentum. We had like a bunch of people who were like,
well, yeah. I mean, we were kind of still new.
"Yeah, that's true. We were nude." And being nude is just not that great for any
New.
Oh, new.
N-E-W.
Oh, okay. My fault. My bad. My bad, homeboy. Home slice. Okay.
Clean out those ears.
Um,
Clean out those ears, doggo.
Okay. My final thoughts are never accept something unless if you can give something back. You know, I understand, and sometimes content does not count. Just because you say I make content, I'm giving back to my community.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Don't give me this crap. During the COVID scare and everybody was locked down and you couldn't walk outside without going, I'm scared. Now, no. You're just a comment person that somebody watches with a bag of Doritos and then they eat chips and they go, oh, funny. So, no, but yeah, always give back on what you do. And I want to say thank you guys. I figured out the whole entire streaming process on this, so you will be notified now when my next stream will be. And what we're going to be doing is we're looking for games that you want us to play. Shared games that you want us to play. Maybe I'll make a pool. But we're going to be doing the guest missed all this month, and it's going to be video games. We might have a guest on here eventually soon. That will be fun.
Yep, we're talking about that. Getting a guest on to talk to you and
yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a great time with this, but guest miss can only happen if you guys share, like, and subscribe. Let's get some more people in this conversation because you are the reason why we do this. Wow. And that also is fun. But no, but you are mostly the reason why we do this. Actually, like 99.9%.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're a big part of the equation, so.
Yes. And we want you to feel more involved. So
I mean, otherwise we'd just be sitting here talking to like
ourselves.
The wall.
Nobody wants to talk to
ourselves.
And
that would be terrifying.
And
I'm terrified of talking to myself.
All I have to say is, guys, look us up on Twitter. It's @HedgehogGoalie for me, or you could just type in Dash and Foxy and you'll pop up.
Or at ProtoModem for me.
And give us some game ideas, and we will definitely look into the games. We might play more Among Us. We might do more. We might do a Fall Guys. We might do a couple other things, but you can tell us what you want to see us do. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a dashing night. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Be a pro.
feel like that's so generic. No. See you guys later.